Hello, here's my new Duramax. I got into trucks. This is my other Duramax. We're gonna talk about this other Duramax later down the road. It's a 2006 dually LBZ Duramax. It's a cold ass day in the Northeast, but I'm here to talk about this car today. I got this truck like about a month ago, pretty much on my birthday. I've done a couple things to it. It used to look a little bit different. It used to look way more stock, and I'm gonna tell you what's been done to it. It is a crew cab, dually, 8-foot bed. One of the last owners, they lowered it, they converted it to a rear wheel drive. They put this Ford, like F350 front lip. It has 19.5-inch Alcoa wheels. In the back, same thing, Alcoa 19.5, they look cool. And in the back here, it does have bags. Last owner used to use it to trailer his drift cars. And as you can see, it still has the club loose and his drift team on there. The truck does have its imperfections, like the bed is pretty destroyed. And besides the bed, truck is pretty clean. Usually on Travados, they always rust out here, but this is still in pack. Last owners who had it, I guess they took care of it. They didn't drive it much in the winters, and they kept it pretty clean. And other than that, the interior is pretty stock. It does have a fifth wheel. It was converted to rear wheel drive, so it still has a 6-speed LBZ transmission. It apparently only had 60,000 miles, and the truck has pretty low miles. That's what I know about what's been done to this truck. Since I've had it, I did a few stuff. I painted the cab lights on top, painted them white. I took the cab lights off. It's only held on by some Phillips before. Yup, it's color match, baby. So on top of the cab, got some of the lights on. I even painted the hardware black, and the black trim looks good on there, like a good little offset. But I'm loving it so far. I'm just so far putting in all these little Phillips. That looks so clean and proper on here. This truck has the black. The black is not bad on there. Painted the mirror cap. Well, I actually got new mirrors for it. That came with another truck I used to have. Put these mirrors on, painted the caps white. Next thing on the Duramax, we're removing these mirror covers. So I was just fighting for my life to get these off, and it is pretty damn hard. So let me show you how these are on, because nobody really explains how to remove these in a video. So in the back of this cover, there are these 4 tabs. Those tabs are connected in here. So if you see that tab, this will pretty much attach to that piece right there. So to pretty much get it off, I believe you have to like pull it out like that. But what I did, I just shoved a couple screwdrivers back here, messed up my plastic, got my hand in here. I could put in a couple screwdrivers all around. I was able to get my hand in there and pull. I pulled hard enough till it popped off. And it will be the same thing with the bottom. I shoved a screwdriver on this side, yanked it out. Something I hate about these mirrors, they go up a lot and it looks dumb. So I found out there's a video where you can take this off. You just put both of your hands here, go back and forth, and there's a few bolts here. You gotta undo both and put a washer or 2 here until it's like level. I didn't notice this, but there's actually 4 bolts. So what you want to do is put 2 washers on the top ones so it can drop, like this one. Because this one you can just very much tell it's going up. This one, pretty much going straight. Now I can start putting it together. So this literally just goes like that. I would admit, this is hard to do. Figured out why it's not fitting. Since the top part, this piece of metal is not sticking out, it's not hitting here. So what you want to do is probably sand it or Dremel this so it can fit, because metal is in the plastic, so it doesn't want to fit right in there anymore. So here's how I got the other side in. I got my magnetic screwdriver, put 2 of them on like that. I left the hardware on. I loosened them all the way up as much as I could while still holding the mirror, because carrying the mirror really sucks. And this, I just slowly put in like that. And with my other hand, I put the screw through. And then I grab another washer. I did 3. I got them in. I'm gonna still leave the bolt very loose, so I have enough room to the other side. The other side, swap the mirror like that. Hopefully that's enough room now to mess with it. And once you get that washer in there, you get better and better as you do it. The other side is very hard. This one, a lot easier. Now you just tighten them. You can do this. Now you have all this space to start putting these babies all back together. That looks so much better. It's not going all the way up. It used to bug me. I just really didn't like when it was all the way up. It just looked very cheap when it looked up like that. It looked like it didn't fit or something. To put this on, what I've been doing, what I did for the bottom, I just smacked it in place and it went in. So for here, same thing, I'm just smack it till it pops in. Got new clear headlights. We're gonna take off the headlight. It's very easy. It's just a tab here, you pull off, tab here, twist it off, and this goes up, and this guy comes off too. And this video will just pop off. Now if you want to make your life easier, you probably want to take the grill off, which is only a bunch of clips. You just pull it like that. I replaced the headlights with some new LED bulb. I'm also painting the grill. It was not white right there, so I have some generic gloss white. And I'm just doing a little bit of painting on it. But here we have our new eBay lights. Here we have 2 of these guys. To check which way is right or left, so you took them out. Just gotta match this end with here. Very simple. But once you twist it on there real quick, make sure this end goes in first. I guess those little sticks go in there. Oh my goodness, it doesn't seem like it'll clip. But we'll force it in. There you go, and you just make sure that pops in. I've seen these break, so I'm gonna be cautious. There you go. Woo! I got it clear on there. Before, after. I gotta say, this really sucked. Cause there's this trim piece that I had to take from the other headlight. They don't really fit on here good at all. A lot of things don't want to line up. I can take this off now, but I put LEDs up here. I deleted some of the stickers. I didn't like all the stickers I used to have. I put one of the stickers there. And in the interior, I put a Chevy steering wheel that's in way better shape. And I put these door cards off of another truck that I had. So it has these soft, it has better door cards that's a little more luxury. Oh, and I also changed out some of the centerpieces, swapping a lot of interior bits. This one is in very nice shape. This one's not bad, but you know, it has a little more wear. I want the better stuff. This one's in a little better shape, and it's not missing a little flap for the drink, like that one is. Because where we used to have this truck, they put some wear and tear on it. But the interior is very clean for what it is. It's just messy right now because I have to move a few stuff around. But driver's seat isn't destroyed. It does have heated seats. Pretty cool truck. Another thing this truck does need, unfortunately, it'll be needing a new bed. Also, it needs brakes done. These brakes, the rotor's now warping because the pads are now bad. But that's to be expected. This truck is gonna have its imperfections, but for the price I got it for, I can't complain. I'm very happy with it. I drove to New York. It was almost like an 8 or 7 hour drive up north. And then I drove by myself. I had to trailer the car back. So I had to, when I was up there, I was there for a while. I had to get a U-Haul dolly, load up the car, trailered it back. Didn't get back till like, hello. We're 5 hours in from our 6 hour drive. And now I'm heading to New York, upstate New York, picking up a new truck. I had to get my mom's car ready for today. I wanted to have my mom's car because it's like a good car, it's good on gas and everything. And it wasn't drivable because it didn't have a clutch pedal. Either the slave or the master went bad. But I replaced the slave, I replaced the master, and it still had no clutch pedal. And then I remembered, well, I looked under there and it has the clutch line has like a dampener. So it makes you press the clutch softer, slower, more comfortable, whatever it is. And it looked wet. So I deleted that thing and put my own line. It was painful, it was annoying. Got it in. I was supposed to go on this road trip with my mom. But my mom didn't like the fact that I was taking her car, and I fixed it for her. And we were supposed to go together the next day, which is today. I asked my mom if she wants to join. She said yes. Then after I told her I would go in her car, she didn't seem too happy about that. She didn't seem too happy that we're gonna take her car. But the next day later, 7 in the morning, I told her 6 to 7 in the morning. So I call her and I say, yo, we still good? She didn't answer. And I just assumed she was upset and just didn't want to go on the trip anymore. So I just assumed she did a no call, no show. Which is whatever. I was like, damn it, that sucks. So I let the guy know, and I thought in my head, you know what? Fuck it, I should do this road trip alone. Hold up, there's a cop. So I decided, you know what? Fuck it. Why not just do the road trip by myself? And this truck can tow. It's capable of towing. So I decided I'm gonna drive the Fit. Then when I get to the truck, I'm gonna rent out a U-Haul dolly or trailer and bring the Fit back by myself. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm on this road trip. So far I'm 1 hour in. So far, not too bad. That's not a cop. What the? I thought it was a cop. It was not a cop. It's some weird cop car with like a weird camera on the top. Yeah, so next update will be hopefully when we get to the truck. Guys, I have an update. Pulled over at the Wawa. I gotta use the restroom real quick. Hello. I'm loading up the Fit on the dolly. Oh shoot, the camera's messed up. But the owner of the truck had to go. I asked him if he could wait for me so we can put the car on, but he had to go. Something happened. But I'm loading up on myself for the first time. It's gonna be my first time ever towing too. But something I kept running into is when I was trying to roll onto the ramp kept pushing forward. So I put a piece of wood just behind the step and it climbed up perfectly. And now that I'm like stuck here, I put the planks of wood in the back. Now I won't roll back and I should be able to go into place just fine. Dude, she's loaded up. This is gonna be my first tow ever. I've never towed anything before. I feel cool, you know? This is one step. Wow. This is so awesome. I got a 6-hour drive, dude. But cool, let's do it. Update. No fuel in it. I got it with low fuel, but it's held up. It hasn't fallen off yet. And this gas station has diesel because the first one I went to didn't have diesel. Update. Got some Wendy's. Got some drinks. There's no parking. We still got the car in the back. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. The car's still back there. I don't know. You can see it. That's it. It's there. But now we got to make a drive back, which is 6 hours. But hey, we filled up the truck. It cost exactly $100. But we now have a nice full tank. Update. It's 1:17 in the morning. I am super tired. I woke up at like 6 in the morning. I left around 8. And I've been driving pretty much ever since. Drove like almost 7 hours north. I went to the wrong location the first time. I went to a U-Haul spot that was an hour away from the spot we're supposed to meet at. So I had to drive an hour back to where we're supposed to meet at. Then I liked the truck. I got the truck. Went to get a dolly. The guy behind the truck was gonna help me put on the strap on the Honda Fit. But while headed back, he had to go. His dad had to grab him or something, and so he left, and I had to strap the Fit myself, which, you know, I learned pretty quickly. It wasn't too bad. I called a friend, and he helped me out. And I've been driving since then, and then I went to a gas station. The gas station didn't have diesel, so I had to go to another one, and I didn't know the area, and I was really low on fuel, and I was getting stressed or a little worried. But then I found a nice sketchy area that had diesel, and then down the road a few minutes I found a Wendy's. I got some nice Wendy's, and I've been driving since. I drove through New York City. Pretty terrible. It's very bumpy. I felt even rough in the truck. And that poor car on the dolly. I know those poor tires in the back. I'm worried it's probably dents or something. I don't know how the tires didn't pop. Because those roads are terrible. And some people were flying on them. And the city was bad. And even before the city, there were some parts where there were like meteors. Felt like meteors hit the ground and they didn't patch it. I'm so tired. And now I'm just stopped somewhere in Jersey. I still have like an hour 40 to go. Dolly's in good shape. The strap is loose. I just tightened it. These tires, they seem okay. At least this tire is not blown somehow. So we're good. It's pretty much all good there. Nice. Maybe 3 in the morning or something. It was so late. But I will say this thing towed really well with that low dolly. It felt like there wasn't even a car behind me. And I'm very happy. I drove far for it because of what it is. It's an LBZ. It was lowered. It looked in great shape. It's not rotted. Under the hood, pretty stock. There's not much really done to this thing. It just has a big old intake on there. But I do plan to change up a few things. I already bought some parts to make this thing a little more reliable and a little better. This is a 2006. It doesn't have all the emissions like DEF and stuff. But it still has a few things that, you know, it still has a few things I'd like to do to it. Very solid, very straight truck. That'll be for this video. Stay tuned for the next one.